first of all, let's start here. What's your name?
Alfred.
Okay, and this is your Alpina?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And you want to tell us why it's got that weird looking NACA duct in the roof and a hole in the valve cover?
Well, first of all, this engine is the basis of a McLaren F1 engine.
Okay.
And this car this engine produces a lot of heat. And one of the things that Alpina had to do is they actually had to figure out how do they deal with this car with a lot of heat and with the paint peeling on the hood and stuff like that. So actually the first thing that they did is they put vents on the side. You can see these vents.
Got it.
This is a very unusual. Alpina is a very understated company. They're not into like doing this kind of wild kind of cars. This is all function, form and function. So these vents were to take out the heat from the engine. Didn't do the job. They actually had to then go to a carbon fiber based hood just so the heat wouldn't heat up the paint on the aluminum hood. So this is the first production car with carbon fiber ever made. And now we have a NACA duct in the middle, and that's also very unusual. Most people think that's going into an airbox, but here's an airbox here, and here's the airbox over there. So that air intake is actually going just to cool the fuel rails, because the fuel rails were boiling the fuel and basically wasn't getting the power to the engine. So this, if you know what a McLaren F1 car is, it's lined, the whole engine bay is lined with gold, and that's actually for heat dissipation. It's not just because it's gold. It's the best heat dissipation kind of material, and it has huge air intakes that go into the engine bay. So that's basically how they dealt with this problem. But they came up with a pretty good solution, I think.
That's awesome. And it's bored out to 5.7?
Yeah, it's 5.7. So there's only 57 of these cars made, and this is the only one in the country, and there's probably only about 50 that still exist. Wow. So this is the only one in the country. And the other unusual thing about this car is that it's painted Ferrari red. The actual color is Ferrari red. So that is Ferrari red paint on a BMW-based car.